Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. Today we're going to be talking about the Chuck Norris 1982 epic Silent Rage. Movie I hadn't seen before. I'm always interested in checking out some Chuck Norris that I haven't seen. This is a really weird one. It was sold to me by a friend as Chuck Norris versus Michael Myers, and I was like, it can't really be that. Can't be that simple, surely not. Well, yes, actually it is, and I kind of appreciate that nonsensical approach to this film. It's definitely a film, a product of its time. Moving from the 70s into the 80s, feeling a little bit unsure about itself, trying to stick to typical tropes of Chuck Norris movies and trying to eke into a different avenue. I don't feel that it fully works, but it's entertaining, and it's something that I would say is worthwhile checking out.
You can't dance.
That would be the biggest mistake you made all day.
We have Chuck here, who plays the sheriff of a small town, who at the start of this one is called in as someone just snaps and starts murdering people with an axe. Chuck has to take him down in the most Norris way imaginable, and ultimately, through no fault of his own, the bad guy ends up being shot. For some reason, his psychiatrist turns up at the scene, played by Ron Silver, who kind of rushes him back to the hospital. Him and his team start working on him. There is some rogue medical assistants who pump him full of drugs and create what can only be described as a superhuman being, a man who has incredible healing abilities. But you get to that later on, because we take some nice detours and side stories as we see Chuck, we'll just call him Sheriff Norris, will we? He just kind of falls back into a relationship that he had 6 years prior with Ron Silver's sister in the film. They have some side stories where they kind of fall in love. There's a wonderful romantic montage at one point which is so cheesy and 80s, can't help but bring a smile to your face as we see them go through the motions and reconnect once more. There is another side story of a gang that's coming into town that are just there to cause havoc, and primarily there to have a fantastic fight sequence later on. There is some comedic moments with the deputy sheriff in this one, who comes out with some ridiculously funny one-liners, and it takes 55 minutes, I think it is, into this film, which is 103 minutes long, before the killer at the start, the unstoppable Michael Myers type person, comes back into the film, and we have pretty much a Halloween movie for the rest of this one, only with Chuck Norris kicking Michael's ass. It's over the top and it's silly and it's ridiculous, and like I said, I don't feel that it fully works, but it doesn't matter because it's got the charm of Chuck Norris. It's got those kind of familiar tropes and beats within the film that you've kind of know what's coming. The story isn't surprising, the fight sequences are excellent, some of the humour really lands, and it just becomes a fun journey that you're on. It's not a movie that's going to broaden the horizons in any way, it's never going to stick out of the collection. It's just a fun 103 minutes as you watch Chuck Norris do his kind of thing and then battle a supernatural killer at the end of this one who has incredible healing abilities. Everything is familiar about this, but that doesn't detract from the fact that it is an entertaining film, and you can appreciate just having a film that is there to entertain and achieves that. Unfortunately for 88 Films, this is one of the most blandest discs they've released as yet. Nothing on this. It features interactive menus and a trailer. No commentaries, no little extras to go along with this one, which I think could have been fun. A commentary alone would have just highlighted this disc a little bit more for me. Bare bones, worth waiting for a sale price to pick this one up. It's not an essential, have to pick up immediately. I got it on an opening day reduced price of £12. Fine, preferably cheaper for that one if you're going to pick it up later on down the line. I would love to know your thoughts on Silent Rage, whether you love it, hate it, fall somewhere in the middle. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts on this one. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff if you're interested. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, membership program and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.